Hey everyone, Regal Reviews here. So today I have a very interesting movie to review. Last night I saw The Secret Life of Pets and I thought it was so hysterical. I usually don't watch DreamWorks movies. I usually prefer Disney movies over DreamWorks. I've never really found some of the DreamWorks movies funny. But I saw the previews and trailers for Secret Life of Pets and it looked really funny, and I saw it and it was hysterical. Basically, it's about this dog, Max, who lives with his owner, Katie, and she rescued him, and they love each other. I mean, she's a dog person. They have a great relationship. Well, his life gets turned upside down when she brings a new dog home named Duke, and I'm not quite sure what dog breed Duke is. When I first saw him, he looked like a Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street, but they don't seem to hit it off on the right foot at first. Um, Max thinks that Duke is trying to take his place, but Duke heard that Max wants to get rid of him, so then Duke becomes like the alpha dog, and he takes over Max's bed and takes over his food bowl, and Max doesn't know what to do with himself, so he actually gets advice from one of his friends. I think it's Chloe the cat. And Chloe, it was actually funny how they perceived cats in this movie, because Chloe was like, wanted to help him, but she's like, I don't care, but I'm gonna give you some advice anyway. It was funny. And he also has some other friends too. He has his friend Buddy, who is a wiener dog, and then he has his friend Mel, who's a pug. And Buddy didn't really have too many lines in the movie, but Mel, now I'm a bit partial to Mel because I've always loved pugs. Oh, I thought he was cute and I thought he was hysterical in the movie. And I think there's one other pet that helped. Oh, his friend Gidget, and I'm not sure what breed Gidget is. I think she's a Yorkie, but she's always loved Max, and it's not that he doesn't like her, he just doesn't pay attention to her. And the one day, they go on a dog, I guess the dog walker goes to walk all the dogs in the neighborhood, including Max's friends, and Duke tricks Max into running off. And what I found interesting is that the dog walker didn't even notice, because he was, well, I guess because he was too distracted talking to another girl. But Max and Duke end up stumbling into this alley where these alley cats are, and those cats look like they've been through a heck of a lot. I mean, I believe it was a hairless cat. It looked like his ears shoot off and his one eye was bigger than the other one. I was like, holy cow. And what they did was they took their collars off them, so that means with them without their collars, a dog catcher can catch them. And they do, and they end up being rescued by an unlikely source, by this bunny and his gang. The pig's name is Tattoo, because he's got all these tattoos all over him, and I'm not exactly sure what the other guy's name is, but the bunny, I think his name's not Fluffy. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna say the rabbit in the movie, but you wouldn't think that he'd be a leader, but he is. His thing is that he looks cute, but then he is like quick to turn like that. And they're rescuing this dog that was this. I think it was like this. I'm pretty sure it was like a bulldog or something. He with a muzzle on it. He went to rescue them, and Duke and Max are like begging for him to rescue them, and Max makes up the story that he killed his owners and everything, and that impressed the rabbit enough to take Duke and Max to his secret hangout. apparently from what the rabbit said, that it's from it's his Flushed Pets group, and I didn't get what that meant at first, but then I'm like, oh, the pets were obviously flushed down the toilet. Like, there's fish, lizards, and everything, but then there's some dogs there too. I mean, obviously they could be flushed, but anyway, they are impressed with Max and Duke, and Max is trying to tell his story, and the rabbit says, oh, we like you, it's initiation. So they're about to be bit by this viper snake, and Duke actually, I think the snake gets wrapped around, and I think Duke actually kills him by accident. Or, I don't think Duke does, I think the ceiling drops on the snake. But the rabbit's devastated, and it's actually kind of funny, because he was crying about this, I guess one of his best friends, Ricky's like, oh, Ricky, no! Like, Ricky, R.I.P. Ricky. And you would think that Ricky was like a dog or something, and it was actually a goose. So that's why I thought it was funny. But all the while, Gidget is concerned about Max, and she's trying to get all the other pets together to help find him, and she actually goes on top of the roof of the building and gets this, I'm not sure if it was a vulture or a hawk, but gets I'm just gonna say a vulture to help him and help her, and you can see in his pen that there's lots of bird bones there, so he's killed a lot of people, and he still has that like instinct in him. But Gidget said, I'll be your friend if you can help me find him, and he's actually a pretty big help. He brings the alley cat to them, and he coughs up Max's collar, and Gidget gets everyone to help go find Max, and they realize at one point that he, I think, was in a sewer, and they go to this older dog who has friends in the sewer and can help them. And it was kind of sad, because the dog's older. I mean, he's paralyzed. He has like one of those scooters on his back half, and so I thought that was kind of sad, but he actually helped them, which you wouldn't think. I mean, the roof, they went on top of the roof, and he saw the shortcut, and he just falls over, and you're like, oh, I guess the cat said, oh, I guess the shortcut was deaf, and no, they went down this tube, and it took him down by his sewer entrance. But apparently his owner isn't home a lot, so the animals all get together there and throw a house party. So that's kind of cool. But with Max and Duke, they escape from the rabbit, and Duke actually tells Max about his owner, and well, actually before that, they are walking around, they see this place, Wiener World, which all these hot dogs, and they're having a blast. They're just eating a ton of hot dogs, and they actually had the song sequence, and they actually escape the dog catchers again, and that's when Duke tells Max about his owner, how he was rescued, and they were great nappers, and the owner always played with Duke, and they seem to have like a great relationship, like he truly loved Duke. So Max convinces Duke to to go back to his owner, and it's not that Max hates him. He just genuinely wants him to go find his owner. And this is actually the saddest part in the movie, because when Duke goes back home, he sees this cat here, and he's wondering to himself, my owner never liked cats, why are you here? And the cat says, the old guy, he died. And I thought, oh my god, it's so heartbreaking to hear that while Duke was gone, he died, because Duke explained that he got away because he was chasing a butterfly, and naturally he was in a bit of denial, and he sees the owners come there, and Duke is visibly upset, and Max tells him he has to go, and Duke was like, why did you bring me here in the first place? And sure enough, that because Duke was barking so much, the new owners there called Animal Control, and he actually saved Max. Because Max was about to be picked up by the dog catcher, but he told Max to go away, and you think that Max is just going to leave Duke go, but Max actually decides to go save Duke, and meanwhile the animals, his animal friends, made it in the sewer, and they heard the rabbit talking about small dogs. That's what his nickname for him is, and they start to go after him, and they start to chase after the dog catcher truck, and they catch up, and Tattoo and the rabbit's other friend get picked up by the dog catcher as well. So the rabbit realizes that he has to join forces with Max in order to save their friends, and they go to, I believe they drive a car with the rabbit controlling the car, and I think it's actually a bus they're controlling, and I think they hit the dog catcher truck, or the dog catcher truck loses control of the car, and his friend's Tattoo and the other guy make it out, but Duke is still trapped in there. So Max jumps off the bridge to help go down and save Duke, because he's still in the dog cage, and the truck is starting to fill up with water, so you think that they're both going to die, and that's what I thought was going to happen. I'm like, oh my god, this is so sad, when the rabbit actually jumps down as well, and he brings the keys, and he actually helps save Duke, and they all go up from the water, and they all go home in this taxi. All the animals surprisingly fit in there, and they all go back to their owners, and the rabbit's like, we're gonna go back down the sewer. It's the revolution of the end of the human race. And this girl walks by and says, Mommy, can I have a rabbit, a crocodile, a pig? And the pig and the crocodile go back down in the sewer, but the rabbit stays, and the little girl picks up the rabbit, and he's like hesitant at first, because he's never really had human love like all the animals down in the sewer, but the little girl embraces him and pets him, and he's all happy, and Max and Duke go back home, and they realize like they're brothers, and they can make this work. And their owner Katie comes home, and she sees that the place was a mess because of what happened earlier in the movie, and she realizes that they may not have got off on the right foot, but this can work. So what I found interesting is that she didn't know if they were gone, but I guess she was at work. But I did think that it was a great movie. It was definitely better than I thought it would be. It was quite interesting to see how they portrayed dogs and cats in the movie, how dogs act when you're away, and I thought that was pretty accurate. And how cats act, it's like it's kind of stereotypical how you think cats act, but it was really funny. I definitely recommend Secret Life of Pets if you guys haven't seen it yet. I'm definitely getting that when it comes out on DVD, or at least I'm putting it on my Christmas list, I think. So definitely go out and see Secret Life of Pets at your local movie theater. It just came out this past Friday, so it'll definitely be in the theaters for a while. I think I've seen a lot of Secret Life of Pets stuff, so I think I'll be reviewing Secret Life of Pets stuff on my channel. I hope you guys, if you have seen Secret Life of Pets, I hope you enjoyed the movie. I hope you enjoyed my little review here on Secret Life of Pets. And until next time, stay regal.